Alrighty, I may have been a little lazy this morning and waited until like 11 to get started on this, but alrighty, here we go. Gonna be doing brakes today and wiring the ignition so it's not just always on when the battery's on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but when you connect the negative, you can hear something in the distributor turn on. So yeah, not supposed to be like that. Step one, I'm getting rid of that, turning this into a real Jeep. Okay, I just took off one of the sides so I could get in and out of here and made a pretty great discovery. Roll bar, padding, tape, nothing out of the ordinary. What? Yeah, we'll just make the rest of the cage out of PVC. Presumably it's to hold up this top, but I mean, come on, really? I guess it's nice because I can take it out, but probably not my first choice of material. I forget I gotta secure this too. Oh, that ought to do for that guy right there. This one wasn't so happy. Yep. Alright, next up, brake caliper. Get her in. Yeah, so I started by taking off the line. Probably didn't need to do that, but I did. Alright, cool. Took it on a test drive. Got brakes. This one's not super perfect, so I think I'm going to replace the soft line, because I think what happens is they break down inside and then they can act as like a valve almost. And it works if you push super hard on the pedal, which is like not normal, so I'm going to definitely mess with that. Went to the hardware store. Acquired the necessary equipment. Some little ratchet straps in these guys. And I will be implementing those to secure my fuel cell back here. Because right now it just slides and bounces when I hit bumps. And it's loud and annoying. And yep. Alright, a little behind schedule today. And I'm starting to hone in on my spark issue, I believe. But yeah, that's going to be the priority, is making it run consistently, because I'm sick of it shutting off while I'm driving it. Also, it bucks and does weird stuff because it's trying to kill itself. Don't mind, all of this is from my rescue attempts. So yeah, it's a good, it's set up pretty well. Okay, so per usual. All right, that was weird. Yesterday didn't go as planned. Well, I mean, it went pretty well. I got the brakes done and got the ignition wired to a switch. Got the gas tank secured. Got headlights on the switch and tail lights on the switch. I am having an issue with the brake lights. I have one that's coming on, but it's doing weird stuff, so I gotta get that squared away. Right now, I am driving to O'Reilly's to get a new ignition module, and I'm gonna try that out because this thing's still just killing itself. I can't figure that out, and if that's not gonna do it, I've got a new distributor coming from Anchorage that should be here around 2, and that's going to switch it all over to just points, and I won't have to worry about electronic ignition anymore. I've been having issues, obviously, with the ignition system. The thing always wants to die, and I just got tired of it. I didn't want to deal with the gremlins. I was going to just replace the ignition module and start there. Decided not to go that route because I think there's a wiring issue somewhere else, and I don't want to cut all of the factory wiring harness out of the thing for that ignition side of the system and redo it, because I just don't. So I bought the next best thing to that, which is a points distributor. So I got a points distributor and put it on there and fired it up. I didn't set the points, which I know will make it run poorly, or you'll just get super lucky somehow, but didn't run well. Does run though, but then it has some issues dying, and the points were getting hot. I found that the armature on the points, the moving side of it with the spring against it, was misaligned horizontally, so there was no way for me to correct that. So I just went to the store last night and bought new points, threw them in there, kind of gapped it with a matchbook because I didn't have feeler gauges. Went to fire it up, didn't run, got cold, didn't care anymore. Decided today to do it with feeler gauges and actually set the gap at what the factory would have and see if I get this thing to run right. And if I do, then we're good to go. Got a solid ignition system going. It's going to be pretty slick, pretty easy. So here's the new distributor internally. I just set the gap. Factory gap is at 0.16. And so what I did is I used the 1/8 feeler gauge and tightened it in there, because when you slip the feeler gauge out, the points close very slightly, and if I put it at 0.16, it will end up roughly around 0.14. And I just tightened it all back up, got it ready to go, and forgot to put the rotor in, so it's back off again. Didn't even get to the cranking part. All right, so I'm gonna tighten that down, and we're gonna give it a whirl and see if this thing fires. As I am tightening this screw, which had okay engagement, this one out of the box, the screw was too short. I didn't want to go back into town, so I took a drill bit and I, let's say, made the distributor lower. The cap. So this one I didn't do it with because it was okay, but it just did the old when righty-tighty turns into righty-loosey. So I'm going to pull that screw out. Now I'm going to drill that side because, yeah, that's what's going to happen now. All right, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put it back on and tighten it again, and then I'll get to test fire. Just drilled it down. So now that screw, if I can pick it up, is going to sit. I can't do this with gloves on. There we go. Farther down in the hole. More thread engagement. What would have been pretty cool is when they made this distributor, if it just had snaps on it instead of screws like every other distributor. However, they wanted to be cool, so they gave me screws instead. Oh, alrighty. Alrighty, so all things points gapped, check. Hooked up. This is just a hot wire that runs into the cab to a switch with a wire coming right back to the positive. Negative going inside the distributor as it should. Everything else is bypassed. Those are the only two ignition components on the vehicle now, including the battery if you want to. The battery supplies power. Also, look at that down there. Brand new starter. Okay, so in theory, right now, make sure this is in neutral. This is my ignition switch. We'll give it a couple pumps of the sauce pedal. Here we go. Sounds good. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it sounds good. Points gaps everything right there. That's a testament to it.
real question is, will it stay running? I'm hoping so. Look at that secured fuel system, looking pretty snazzy. That's professionally done. That's how they would do it at anywhere that charges massive amounts of money. Self tappers in the floor, some ratchet straps. Hearing a little bit of faltering here going on. Alrighty, get that dialed in. I also need to adjust the timing. I haven't done that yet. It's kind of just timed by where it was running. So I always snug up the distributor enough that it's not going to move on its own, but I can move it by hand slightly. So if I want to, I can advance here a little bit. Not liking that. I'm going to leave it right there for right now. It's not running perfect, but it's running, and that's better than not. It's not breaking up either. Got a little bit of a mist going on. I haven't checked the plug, and I haven't checked, I mean, the wires look good, but sometimes they're internally not good. So obviously that's going to be a concern. All right, let's take this thing for a test drive. Okay. Let me try to switch hands here. This is going to be a cool maneuver. Oh, it sounds good. Oh, there's Frankie's wheel chalk. Breaking up a little bit at the top end, so gonna want to address that. Sounded a little weird. I definitely want to time this. I'm gonna get the light on it tonight. Tomorrow. Oh yeah. It's not liking that. Maybe that gap's too large. Maybe I'll drop it down another 1,000. Oh, there's a truck on a trailer. All right, I'm gonna maneuver here. Okay, you literally cannot make this stuff. Semi-successful test drive. Okay, good to go, good to go. I pull in, and this is what I get. Yeah, your starter's not supposed to rev. Yeah, so the starter doesn't work now. My dreams of fun tuning and success tonight have dwindled. Okay, week 18 of me working on the Jeep. No, I'm just kidding. But theoretically, this should be the last time I have to go to the parts store to make the thing run and drive.
You serious?
We'll see how that goes. This thing likes to keep you on your toes, surprise you a little bit here and there. So it's always good to be surprised and anticipating the thing's next move. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, so new point gap set again at the proper 1.6. Got brand new plugs in it, and so it's running, but not quite right. Here, I'll put this back on. Figured I'd, all right, check it out. On, and all right, so it's running, but if you look, see that? Not liking that. It's not supposed to do that. It's kind of just dribble fuel out. So I'm gonna pull this thing off and get it cleaned up and see what I can do. But at higher RPM, it runs fine, kind of, but you hear it miss. So got popping. That'll go away.
Let's get that squared away here in a sec. Maybe it'll run fine. Should be cool, and then it should be good. So what I did yesterday with the carb was more or less just an inspection. So gonna pop up the top half, get it going. Alrighty, per usual, it's getting dark. All right, so took the top of this carb off because it's similar, but it's for a V8, whatever. Maybe it'll be a performance upgrade here. I didn't hook up this because I want to be able to see inside. What's nice, this eliminated this evap stuff that I followed, and I thought it was a vacuum leak, not vacuum at all. So gonna be kind of cool without it. If it works, we're getting movement, everything is as it should be. So let's see if it starts. Oh my gosh, it's idling. So far so good. Let's see if we can get some light in here. Okay, it's a lot better than it was. Nope, it's not better. That's freaking terrible. I've got the carb apart. I have the rebuild kit now. So I don't have an air compressor up here, which I forgot about. So I've got the little compressor hooked up, and took a pen and a valve stem. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And hose clamped it kind of. So now get some air out of there. Gonna see if I can get enough to kind of blow some of this stuff out. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to take it and really do it somewhere with an actual air compressor. But I mean, I'm getting some blowing power. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see if it works. I'll crank it for a sec. All right, should have some fuel. It's pretty weak. Here, you want to hold this? I need dual hand. Sucks doing that. I can confidently say it gets worse every time I do it. All right. Well, that was unsuccessful. But it sounds a lot worse. It's like the accelerator pump sucks. It's not doing anything. Side by side. Really no time last time I worked on this. Starting fresh, got a different carburetor on here now. This came off of a 70s Dodge, so we're gonna try it out. All right, let's see if it cranks. Actually, you know what? The battery's dead. All right, let's try this again.
Oh my gosh, it's fixed. Alrighty, so got it running. Not perfect. It's only squirting out of one of the squirters. All that tells me is that it's clogged. Not hard to fix. Gonna blow it all out. Get this thing frickin' going. But it's idling now. It wasn't doing that before.
Got some good success, great success on this. I didn't take tons of video. A big issue is not having a, I'm gonna get a GoPro and get the chest mount because I can't do stuff on the carb and the timing and things with one hand. It's just not realistic, and this way I can have both. Something I haven't hooked up yet is it does have a choke. Let's see if I can get it pulled back. Oh, and it doesn't stay unless I'm all right, there you have it. That is one running Jeep. It idles, does it all, and it looks cool doing it. So be prepared for more. Coming up next is paint.